One of the things that I believe in what we do at One Family is every beer that we make, it has a story. This is our third year canning this beer, Live Your Dash. Some people know what this means, some people don't. And Live Your Dash is the dash that's on your headstone. For me, I look at that and said, well, how have we lived our lives during that time? And what have we done? Not only for ourselves, but what have we done for others? I dedicated this beer 3 years ago. A classmate from the time we were third grade all the way up through high school was a gentleman by the name of John Battaglia. John was very accomplished father, attorney, athlete, just an incredibly generous, giving man that fought cancer for nearly 10 years, and unfortunately God had another plan for him. At the time, young son in high school, give his father's eulogy. I couldn't have done what that young man did. And what Jack said that day continued to resonate with me and just really stuck with me to the core. And I asked John's wife, Kim, if I could start a beer called Live Your Dash. And we say this beer is dedicated to life. As it says on the side of the can, we're on this earth only for a little while. Live each day with a passion and a purpose. Inspire others to give. You get one shot at life. Make the most of it. Be a legend. Be someone's hero. Be a champion. The last time I actually had this beer, ironically, was a year ago today with a group of friends, and we were honoring this gentleman named Frank Adamski, aka what they call him Pops. Pops lost his life to cancer on February 15th. I was just texting the guys and said, the last time I drank this beer was with those guys literally by Pop's side in his home in Tennessee before he passed away 2 days later, which is ironically also my son's 22nd birthday. Pops was a very special person to me. And you want to talk about a man that lived his dash? Pops lost his son, and yet Pops did more for others and cared more for others than he often cared for himself. I think the one thing to do often, is to reflect. And, and to really sort of ask yourself, what are you doing for others? What are you doing for yourself? The one big thing that we always say with our name, One Family, I believe, you don't have to be blood related to be family. And what can we do with our nonprofit? It's like, well, how do we help other people? We live our dash by being able to not only do for ourselves, but to do for others. And so if I can say anything to anybody, we don't know when our time is up, and we've got to do what we can to celebrate our own lives and to honor others and to be able to help others, but clearly Live Your Dash has a meaning behind it, and I think we should all go live it.
Hi, my name is Ryan Hornbaker. I'm a mom and a teacher. I have 3 daughters, and I know about the beer Live Your Dash from the brewery One Family and Dave Keener. In August of 2022, I was diagnosed with stage 1 breast cancer. I decided to have a double mastectomy and reconstruction, but then I had several complications. 4 surgeries in less than 3 months. And I kept having to call my job, which I love what I do. I love teaching, and tell them that I would have to be out longer. That, every time I felt like I was getting up, I was getting knocked right back down again. And finally, I had a really bad infection, and they had to take everything out of me. And in November, I was at the lowest I think I was at any point in my life, probably. And I got on Facebook, and Dave had a post with this poem, The Dash, on it. At that moment, it meant to me I'm still alive, I'm still here. I shouldn't give up on myself. My daughter actually had walked in probably 5 minutes after I read it, my youngest, and looked at me and asked if I was okay, and I said I was fine, and she said, well, I've never seen you like this before. Because I was sitting in a chair, I didn't want to get up, I didn't want to walk around, I didn't want to go out, I didn't want to go see other people, I just wanted to hide in my room. That's really how I felt. And between the poem and my daughter being hey, you're not my mom. Like, well, I've never seen you like this before. I basically said to myself, well, get your you know what up out of the chair and stop feeling sorry for yourself and go live your life, because you only have that little dash in between from when you're born into when you'll go. And like, none of us know when we're gonna go. Live your dash means to me to take hold of your life regardless of the circumstances that you are in or that you have been given. And that is important to do what you want to do while you are here on earth.